Alright, so unfortunately I don't have that much time left before this project needs to get rolling down the road. So we're going to have to start cutting some corners and making disaster items here. So we're just going to have to keep plugging away at it and try to figure out how to make things work with what we have in the shop, so we're not trying to wait for more parts that puts us further behind. Because I'm already too many weeks behind on top of the weeks behind based on this whole shipping fiasco stuff recently. So we're just going to have to make what we have locally fit and work, and we're just going to have to go with that and call it close enough. So let's get rolling on some exhaust today. All right, so we are going to start off with our press here. And we need to start making some oval pipe. All right, so we got 2 halves. That'll pretty much crush out an oval. And let's see, we need our spreader block. And we're pretty much ready to start rolling. Alright, of course, when I started rolling on this project, I had thoughts and ideas on how I was going to do the exhaust. But once you have everything shoved in there, you realize that all your ideas get to be thrown out the window. So there is no easy and nice way to do this. So we're just going to make a mess. Now we got a basic rough shape. I've got this block of wood here that I then drive straight through the pipe. Then we use a taller plate and we try to kind of even out all the big dents. Kind of smooths out the radiuses and everything. And we just start pounding it down and working our way through. right, so after we got everything kind of smashed out and I decided to start making some expanded ones, because as soon as you start crushing pipe, you start losing volume. So I started splicing in pieces into the pipe to make it a little bit bigger, and then kind of went a little bit overboard and embraced my inner Dr. Frankenstein and created this monster over here. So, as you can see, most of it fits into view. We've got this heavily welded disaster of a cobbled together monstrosity. So this kind of hooks up to the turbo end, and we come out to dual side pipe. So, I guess our next order of business is to throw this back on the car, and hopefully it fits. All right, so it's on there. It's kind of moved a little bit from all the welding, so I can go through and left them a little bit long from what I intended, so I can grab the wheel and cut it to size, but looks pretty decent from my opinion. Big question is, I wonder how much it's going to change the sound of this thing. Change the sound of it. As you can tell, I got the clutch pedal working. I kind of had a leaky fitting on there, so that worked pretty well. Strange part to me is kind of where reverse is on T56. It's actually past 5th gear. Where on the Tiburon it's past 6th gear, but anyways. Got her backed up a little bit, so now I can clean up some of this disaster up here. Alright, so that's essentially the exhaust done. So we got that taken care of. We got everything else kind of taken care of, I believe. We just need to do a little more wiring for some more buttons, so we can get like windshield wipers and that type of stuff working. But I guess next stage is to try to throw a little bit of color on the front bumper cover, see how that matches up, and throw a little color on the back, hopefully clean it up a little bit and get it looking more like the 10-foot car that it is. So thanks again for stopping by, and hopefully we'll get to see you again later.